Ladies and gentlemen, Raider Nation, here we go, back again, another day at rookie minicamp. We got to see a lot of these young guys just putting in work. And in today's video, what I wanted to do is kind of break down some of the news, the notes, the highlights, everything, right? Everything we need to talk about, we're going to talk about in this video. However, before we dive in, we need to give credit where credit is due, and that is with all of the Raiders media members, man, because without them, these videos are not possible to make. So do me a favor, you're going to see some names at the top left of your screen. Make sure you guys give them a follow on X or Twitter because, again, they post these highlights. They post all of the analysis before I do. So if you want up-to-date news, notes, highlights, observations, go follow them on X right now. Again, it's not possible to make these videos without them. Now, with that being said, I want to break down everything we need to know about Ashton Jeanty and Dont'e Thornton and Jack Bech and all these guys, right? Darien Porter. Let's just dive right in. Now, obviously, the first thing we need to talk about is the new energy. I have never seen a Raiders, let alone training camp. We're talking about rookie minicamp. The energy of this team is completely different. So I am super excited to see the veterans take control, get in here. I mean, the coaches are all fired up, man. They're getting activated. I'm loving it, okay? I am absolutely pumped with Pete Carroll as a head coach, and every single one of these coaching staff members, they're all keeping this energy amazing. Right here you see Cam Miller, rookie quarterback, Malik Williams, right? UNLV quarterback, brought them to their first bowl game victory in 25 years. Ashton Jeanty, or you see all these young guys getting activated. I'm absolutely pumped up. So the first observation, the aura of this football team is in a 40 times better place than it ever has been before. Now, one area of this team in rookie minicamp that I wanted to focus on was the wide receiver position, because clearly you have Jakobi Meyers, you have Trey Tucker, two guys that they like, right? They think can be really good players for this football team. But behind them, the depth gets very shot. You have, maybe a guy in Colin Johnson that they bring over from Chicago. You have Christian Wilkerson, who's cool, has shown some potential in the past. Cedric Jackson, I believe the former Auburn Tiger from a few years back. You got Alex Bachman, Kyle Phillips. But they needed to add depth at the position, and that is exactly what they did. Not only do you draft Jack Bech in the second round, a guy who's just got, everything you'd want in a player in terms of just motivation, the chip on the shoulder, hard work, the belief in everything, but work. Let's put in the work, right? He's about that life. Dont'e Thornton, he's an interesting guy. 6'4", 6'5", 4.3 speed, can burn you down the field, does have a lot of room to grow as a player in terms of route running and foot speed, but overall, I love his capability. And then you got Tommy Mellott, who reminds me a lot of Julian Edelman, and someone who can play quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receiver. He can play anywhere that you want him to. And right here, you just see Dont'e Thornton going through one. Again, foot speed needs to be a little better. Tommy Mellott looks really quick with his feet. Love that. We'll see how he continues to develop. This was a full-time quarterback, so anything we're seeing right now is just like the start of something new. Now, obviously, I wanted to show you a little bit more Ashton Jeanty here. He looks like him and Raheem Mostert will be, the 1-2 power punch in this offense. Both add a different type of offense. Ashton Jeanty, he's got a crazy combination of size, leg strength, drive, right? The dude is shifty as well, right? And then Raheem Mostert is quick, fast, change of pace type of guy. Yes, he's getting up there in age, but he doesn't have the mileage as, some of these other older running backs do. Didn't play the first half of his career, and now he's really starting to get into it. So, I like Raheem Mostert. I thought that was a really good pickup. And then, I can't wait to see Geno Smith in action. Right now, we're seeing a lot of Cam Miller, who looks pretty damn good, and then Malik Williams. We're going to break down a little bit of him as well. Let's get into that. Now, honestly, before we break down a little bit of that quarterback room, whoever's taking this video, by the way, amazing camera. Do me a big time favor, guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already done so. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, because I'll tell you right now, it's free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family, and we're going to be covering this Raiders team, whether it's rookie minicamp, whether it's OTAs, mandatory minicamp, training camp, whatever it may be, preseason, regular season, we got you guys covered. The Raiders are my favorite team, if you guys question that, and I'm going to make sure I cover almost every single game. Okay, so join the family. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and you will not regret it. You can always unsubscribe if you do. And lastly, comment down below P2 if you enjoyed this video and want more going forward. But with that being said, let's kind of dive into Malik Williams, or Malik Williams. Now, this is a guy who I like in terms of just overall competitiveness. He was the UNLV quarterback from last season, and he brought them to their first bowl victory since 2000, I believe. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but this guy brings a competitive nature to this football team that you just love. Now, obviously, right now, you're not going to be able to see too much just because they're going through the early stages of team building, chemistry building, mechanics. How do you do this? Can you take snaps under center? What are you used to coming from college? So this is a very interesting part of his game where you're not going to see too much yet. Once those pads come on, once they start running more 7-on-7, 11-on-11s, you're going to see the full potential of Cam Miller and, Malik Williams as well. But they've got a lot of guys to compete with. You look at Aiden O'Connell, you look at Carter Bradley, and then Geno Smith. You're not going to hold 5 quarterbacks on the roster, so maybe one of these guys makes it. Maybe they both make it. Who knows? But right now, they're putting in the work. Here is a nice pass blocking rep here from Caleb Rogers. So what they're doing here is they're working on, all right, for example, let's say he's playing right guard. Now, what you want to do is you want to help out your center. Let's say Jackson Powers Johnson is blocking here. We want your head to be facing in the opposite direction, right? But still blocking with that left shoulder. And that way, if someone's coming down through that B gap, boom, now we want to get over there. And that's exactly what they're doing in this drill. You're going to see exactly that. He goes from point A to boom, point B. Go help on the B side and go block over there. So again, they're working on these drills. They're doing it at a really good level, and I absolutely love it. So, again, offensive line has a lot of work to do. We could tell from the last couple of years, but you add Charles Grant, you add Caleb Rogers, you get a couple of UDFAs in here, and Jared Hufford, I believe his name is, Dominic Boyd as well, and then a bunch of other guys here for rookie minicamp invites. I have a lot of work to do, but right now I'm loving the energy that they're putting in almost every single practice. And Caleb Rogers is a guy that maybe a lot of people thought went a little bit too early in the draft, but man, he's got some drive. Now, a little bit more footage here from the quarterback room. Cam Miller, Malik Williams, 2 guys I'm excited about. But if you guys want a part 2 to this video where we break down a little bit more of the defense, we can do that, right? I mean, there's a guy that they added, Laki Tassi, I believe his name is, and you guys are going to correct me because I probably said that wrong. Let me know in the comments. But defensively, they added a couple of guys that I really do like. I mean, Tonka Hemingway, you got Cody Lindeberg, you got Darien Porter, you got JJ, the big fullback defensive lineman. So again, if you want a part 2 to this video where I actually break down more of the defense, let me know in the comments down below. I can get that video probably out maybe even later tonight, tomorrow, depending on when and where you guys want to see it. And then I believe OTAs for the Raiders start next week or 2 weeks from now. So we'll be in tune for that. We'll be ready for that. I think it starts on May 20th. Now, again, I could be wrong, but that's going to be fun. Geno Smith, I mean, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. Football's right around the corner. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.